I have seen things you people wouldn't believe. I've witnessed the brain-dead fighter tattoo assassins, the spine-shredding ghastliness of Mortal Kombat Special Forces, and just Crow City of Angels.
Hey, clown face.
Yet there's nothing that brings us more masochistic mirth than bashing a dead goose until its entrails become outrails, especially with games that provide comedic value. In fact, the only online review I could locate of this game says that its only redeeming value is in its comedic value. Of course, the only other pro is that its existence is confined to that of Europe. This is the game that doesn't even attempt to pretend to be a game. This is Hanna Barbera's Turbo Toons. At first glance, the title leads you to believe that it is a simple Mario Kart knockoff, like Street Racer or South Park Rally, which could have served as the easiest and safest bet of making a profit. Instead, we get what I suspect to be an attempt to force children to get out of the house, which might serve as one of the reasons it was only released in Europe. But this game is set in the world of competitive jogging. Among the cast are the likes of Yogi Bear, Snagglepuss, and Hong Kong Phooey, technically making this game the worst thing to happen to Scatman Crothers besides getting an axe to the chest. As you can see, Captain Caveman makes a cameo in what is basically a 4-year-old kid shoving a drawing they just made in your face while you're trying to watch television. And this starts off the race, where the characters, instead of racing, begin to bumble about into each other's rear ends, as if they're trying to body slide by two. And my first thoughts are, if I want to see Hanna Barbera characters ram into each other's bottoms, I can always pop over to DeviantArt. The controls are something of a marvel. When you attempt to steer your character, it's less like steering and more like attempting to moonwalk against a tornado. Sorry, that was inappropriate. It's too soon to talk about tornadoes. More like Tom Sizemore attempting to back his car out on black ice. And if another character bumps into you, which happens about as often as an often thing happens, you struggle to regain your speed. The ironic thing is realizing how much trouble these animals have maneuvering around the track. A feline mafioso, a sheriff horse who moonlights as a guitar-wielding vigilante, and a kung fu master / janitor.
I'm a master of the custodial arts.
The soundtrack to this grand competition seems to have been composed by the late, great Wesley Willis, which only makes me smile because it makes me think of Wesley Willis.
My daddy got me high. My daddy got me high. My daddy got me high. My daddy got me high on crack.
God, I miss that man. If you do happen to win a race, the game's reward to you is realizing you don't have to play this game ever again. No, really. The game mercy kills itself and returns you to the title screen. If America had received this game, I can imagine many devastating Christmas mornings. The only game besides Pull My Finger you can finish before the ham is carved. Then again, I have to respect a game that realizes when to go to sleep when its load is blown, and that it's not polite to stay and make breakfast the next morning. Although for some reason the demo does feature extra levels, including one set on ice, which, considering the controls, is probably the smoothest level in the whole game. As for the competitive jogging aspect, I've seen Al Pacino's father perform more exertion with Richard Simmons.
This is a lot of fun. Let's have a ball. Let's move and let's go.
So the verdict on Hanna Barbera's Turbo Toons?